And so, an hour later, I now have an appointment booked for Wednesday to sit down with somebody in here, bright young guy actually, and run through it all. And we're going to have the helpline, that, head office or whatever, online, so that all of my questions can be answered specifically. Briefly, what happened was the young guy here was quite willing to help. He said, "Oh, I got the same notification. I'm kind of curious about it myself." So, two specific questions. For example, the young buck on the helpline had told me that my bank card could still be used as a debit card, purchase fuel, whatever, and that I could still access an ATM, which I didn't agree with, reading the terms and conditions. This fellow went and consulted the bank manager, came back, said, "No, you won't be able to." So I said, "Well, book an appointment. I want to go through this comprehensively." Quite willing to do it. In fact, I think he's happy to do it. And then another gal, she's like the assistant manager or something in there. She's been around forever. She's helpful. She's nice. She said, "Well, I just answered some questions there. Perhaps I can answer your questions." I said, "Well, I don't have vague general questions. Like, I just heard you answer that fellow. Are you guys still going to exist as bank tellers?" She said, "Oh, yeah, we still will." And I said, "Well, I don't want general questions answered. I want each point specifically run through and answered definitively." "Oh, well, well, basically, you won't be able to do anything except come in and bank in person." And I was like, "Yeah, well, without the digital thing, I can bring in cash or a check and pay my bills at the teller and go back to, 1890. She was like, "Well, that's basically it, I guess." I said, "Well, there's the whole thing. I don't want guesses." So I guess I'll get back to you Wednesday and see if we can break this down a little finer. But it's not a conspiracy theory.